Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Cooking with Andria. I'm so excited to be here and share with you some of my favorite recipes. And in today's very first episode, I am going to be demonstrating how to make my lemon cake. I know there was lots of demand for this one, so I hope you enjoy it. Follow along as I share this delicious, tangy, sweet, but very moist lemon cake. Okay, so now that I've laid out all my ingredients, I'm gonna walk you through step by step everything you're gonna need to make this cake. So the first thing is butter. You're gonna need about a half a cup of room temperature butter. Now I use salted, but you can use unsalted butter. Just remember, if you use unsalted butter, to add a quarter teaspoon of salt to your ingredients. You're gonna need 1 cup of sugar. I use organic sugar, but you can use any white sugar is fine. You're gonna need 3 eggs, large eggs, and I always make sure my eggs are room temperature. So this is just a little tip. If you add cold eggs from the refrigerator to warm butter, it is going to harden your butter immediately. So start to harden it. You're gonna have these little chunks of butter running around your batter that never mixed properly. And when that happens, your cake actually will fall. It does not have the right balance and it won't mix properly, and you're gonna end up a cake that has it doesn't lift properly, doesn't rise all the way, or ends up falling after the fact. And it just won't taste as moist. So make sure that both the butter and eggs are room temperature. The next thing you're gonna need is a lemon, and you're gonna zest this whole lemon, and it works out to be about 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, and then you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. So that's half of this lemon will make about 1 tablespoon. Then you're gonna need 1.5 cups flour. You're gonna need a quarter teaspoon of baking powder, and then a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. And then last but not least, my secret ingredient, which if you've been following me, you know that I love to use in my cakes, Greek yogurt. So you can use Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, or you can use sour cream. But I have discovered these Liberté flavored yogurts. So I use the lemon Liberté Greek yogurt in this cake, and it gives it that extra lemony taste. It almost reminds me of the Starbucks lemon loaf. I don't know if anyone's ever eaten it, but I love that cake, and this kind of reminds me of it. It's almost like a copycat version. So if you use this, it works out to be about 1.5 of these little cups. Makes a third of a cup. So those are the ingredients you're gonna need to make this cake. So if you're following along, go get them ready, or if you have them ready, let's start baking. Okay, so now that I've walked you through all the ingredients, the next step is to set your oven to bake at 325. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to cream our butter and our sugar together. Okay, so now that the butter and the sugar is creamed together, I want to show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's the texture. Now, the next step is to add in your eggs. And you're gonna add in your eggs, but you're gonna add in 1 at a time. So you're gonna add in 1 egg, you're gonna mix it for half a minute, then you're gonna use your spatula, scrape the bowl, make sure all of the mixture is together, crack in, add in your second egg. Okay, so now that you've zested the lemon, you're going to add in the 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, the 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then you're going to mix it all up. In a separate mixing bowl, you're going to mix 1.5 cups flour, a quarter teaspoon of baking powder, and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. So now that my wet ingredients are ready and my dry ingredients are ready, I'm going to combine them. But I actually don't mix the entire flour mixture at the same time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do half, put it in, mix it together, use a spatula, scrape the sides and then add in the last half and do the same thing. Mix together and then use the spatula, scrape the sides, making sure it's all mixed together, and then do one final blend. So now that my batter is completely mixed, I'm just going to show you quickly what it is supposed to look like. So that is the mixture. And now the last step is going to be to add in the 1/3 cup of Greek yogurt. I'm going to use the lemon Liberté Greek yogurt, and then we're going to mix it all in, put it in our baking dish, and throw it in the oven. So last but not least, we're going to mix our Greek yogurt. So you're going to take the packages, or if you have just regular plain Greek yogurt, just mix in 1/3 cup into your bowl. But I'm going to mix this, and these are like fruit on the bottom kind of things, so I'm going to mix it in a bowl first, measure it out, and then put it into my my batter. So let's add this in here. And again, this is also, I let it sit out for like an hour before I started cooking, so you can see like there's like lemon at the bottom, so I'm just gonna mix it up. So here's my 1/3 cup. Just scrape it all in here so you can see. But you're gonna get a really nice, consistent, light, fluffy, airy batter, and then you're going to put it into, I use a loaf pan, you use any cake pan you want, and then I'm gonna bake it for roughly 50 minutes at 325. All right, so we are almost at the end. I am going to add my batter into my cake pan, but before you do that, you're gonna line your pan with parchment paper. I usually cut out a square and then slit the 4 corners, and that just makes it easy to slide it right into your pan. So super easy, doesn't stick, no mess to clean up. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So I'm gonna pour my cake batter in here, pop it in the oven at 325 for roughly 50 minutes. Gonna keep my eye on it, make sure that it gets nice and golden brown. And then I'm gonna pull it out and show you guys the final results.
Now I know I have to pull you into the water till we come out clean. Things left in the dark are not what they seem.
Okay, so my cake is in the oven. I set the timer for 55 minutes. Although my oven is pretty fast, I'm gonna check it at the 45-minute mark, do my little toothpick test, put it in, make sure it comes out clean. If not, then I'll watch it 5-minute increments. Every oven is different, so if a recipe tells you 50 minutes, I always like start 10 minutes earlier, watch it. You'll be able to gauge when your cake is ready. You want it to be golden brown on the outside, but you also want to be able to put your toothpick through and it comes out clean. So while I'm waiting for that to bake, I'm going to finish my yogurt. Oh my God, so good.
Pull you into the water till we come out clean. darker.